Let's talk about 5 timeless content creation strategies. Now, we know that AI has come to stay, and the best creators are those that know how to use it to their benefit, not to replace their voices, but to enhance their workflow, to improve productivity, to manage their time, and to scale their work, right? So you want to use AI for research, you want to use AI, to create ideas, to test ideas, to refine ideas, to find out where your customers are, what their habits are, what they are researching, right? You also want to tell authentic stories that people can relate to. You want to solve real problems, think about the problems your audience face daily. You want to go to places, communities online where your audience are, where they are commenting, where they are saying things that are, that are dear to them, things that are painful to them, things that hurt them. You want to pick ideas from those places, and then you want to use that as good information to create content. You also want to ensure that you are creating for people. You're not just creating for the algorithm. And then you also want to ensure that you are consistent, you are making progress, and you are growing as you do so. How to build systems that make content very easy and makes consistency very easy. First of all, you need a content calendar. For starters, I would say start with a monthly content calendar. Right now, I do up to 3 months, 6 months at once because I have the capacity. I've been creating content over the years. But if you're just starting out, so you don't wear yourself out, I would say create for 1 month at least, right? And then you can batch create content weekly. So there are times where I just write and script, and then there are days I just block out to shoot, right? So you can also batch create content. Also, keep a running list of content ideas. I advise people to have a content bank. You want to have a bank where you always store ideas. Especially when you're going on the road, you get an idea, you can just jot it down. You're talking to someone, the conversation is interesting, you pick an idea, you jot it down, right? So you want to have a content bank. Also, you can also teach from your experience, right? Not just from your knowledge. When you teach from your experience, there's usually passion, there's usually a lot of relatability that happens because people can tap into your experience, they can relate, especially people who have had similar experiences with you. At this point, you have an idea of what the future is going to be like for creators. You know how big the market is. You know the strategies to deploy as you go about creating. You have the create framework. You have my timeless strategies. And then I've also given you an idea of how to create consistently. You know how to teach from your experience, how to build around your person. What is left now is for you to actually take action. If you've listened to everything I've had to say and you're not planning to take action, then you've actually just wasted your time. And I do not want you to do that, right? So I'm going to be giving you some assignments. So first of all, I want you to think of yourself as a personal brand and come up with a list of things you want people to know you for, right? You can start with a topic, but have a plan to evolve, like I mentioned earlier, to different areas. So you start with a very good topic or a very good aspect of your life, right? And then write out 20 content ideas around it. So I want you to also create 3 different contents that you can publish right now. So you create a carousel, you can create a feed post, and also a short video, right? And then share a personal story with a lesson. So one of your content can be a personal story, something that you went through and the lesson you got from it. All right, so thank you so much for watching. It was nice doing this with you.